Hi, this is Scoggett, and today I'm going to make baked potatoes in the oven my way. There's several different ways you can make baked potatoes. You can wrap them in foil and bake them that way, which that's really not a good way to do them, because what you're doing with the foil is you're steaming the potatoes, and they come out soft and kind of watery and mushy, and I don't like them like that. I know a lot of restaurants does it like that, but I don't like it like that. I like mine to come out with a crispy top and fluffy on the inside. And that's the way I'm going to show you how I make them, and that's the way they come out when I make them. I'll show you how to go about doing this, how to get the crispy peeling and the fluffy inside. And I'll make this in two parts. What I'll do is show you the first part. Will be showing you how to go ahead and prep these and put them in the oven. And then the second part will be showing you the finished product and what I mean about the fluffiness of them. And I'll go ahead and get started and show you what you need to do these. What you're going to need is really not very much ingredients at all. Just need some olive oil and some salt. I like to use the sea salt. You can use any kind of salt you want. If you want to use kosher salt, I've used that. I've used pretzel salt. I've used regular table salt. Just whatever I had on hand. I kind of like to use the sea salt. I like the flavor of it. And of course, you're going to need the potatoes. And when you bake potatoes, you want them to get them all about the same size. And that's basically what I've done here. Is I've got them about the same size. That way they bake even. And like, for instance, if you had a smaller potato, what would happen would be the potato would bake faster than this bigger one. And I'll go ahead and explain what I'm doing and show you how to do this. Okay, what we have here is we have just russet potatoes. And what I've done already is I've went ahead and scrubbed them and cleaned them up and cleaned all the dirt off of them. That's something what you want to do is be sure you clean them up real good and get all the dirt off of them, because you don't want to eat that gritty dirt. Then what you do is you take a fork and just stick them in various places. Punch holes in them. And you do it on both sides. I usually do 4 sticks on the front, 4 sticks on the back. And what this does is it keeps the potato, when it's baking, from exploding. If you don't go ahead, if you don't stick the holes in them, what's going to happen is this potato could explode. And you don't want that, because then it makes a mess. I've never had one explode on me, but then again, I've never tried to cook them without poking holes in them. Okay, we got the holes all poked in them. Now what you do is just take the potato, and what I do is just take a little bit of olive oil and just rub it on my hands, and from there I rub it on the potatoes. You don't want it real heavy, just a real thin coat of it. just a little more here. And if you don't want to get your hands dirty and like full of oil, then just go ahead and use a brush. I mean, I've done that also. Works the same way. But you want them with the olive oil on them. And just a light coat. They don't have to, like I say, don't have to be heavy, and that's what I'm putting on here. As you can see, it's just a light coat there, so there's none dripping off, in other words. And what this is going to do is going to crisp them up and make a crispy skin to them. I'll wash my hands off and get some of this oil off here. Then I'll show you the next step, what we're going to do. We're going to take some sea salt and just salt it up. And what the salt does is when you put it on the skins, it also helps for the potato while it's baking to fluff up. And you can put, I mean, salt, you're not going to be able to get too much on there. And the olive oil also helps the salt stay on the skin. There's my oven, it's ready. That's basically what you do, and then you put them in the oven. And I'll show you how to go about doing that and where you need to put it. What you want to do is you want to just lay these on the rack. Just a bare rack like that, and then you just put them in the oven and let them bake. Now I'm going to bake these at 400 degrees for anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. After an hour's time, what I do is check and see if the potato is done. A way you can do this is, there's several ways to do it. You can take a pot holder and just grip it, and if it starts to give, then you know that it's fairly done. Another way, what Mrs. Goggett does to test if they're done, she takes a toothpick and sticks inside, and if it's done, what will happen is that when you stick the toothpick in there, it'll just go through real smooth and easy. There won't be any tension, like you won't have to force it in. It's similar like baking cake. The only thing is with the potato, you're not going to have the like stuff gather and stuff like on a cake. But it's a similar method. But like I said, there's different ways to test it. And me, I just grab them and fill them, and I've been baking them, so I know when they're done. And something else is your ovens might vary, so in temperature, and if it might take a little shorter time, or it might take a little longer time, because all ovens are different. And something else what I usually do whenever I'm baking my potatoes is halfway through, like after say 35 minutes, I'll turn them over. I'll just flip them over and let them bake. That way they bake even. I'll have the second part to this video on the baked potatoes my way, and I'll show you the finished product and everything, and show you what I mean about the fluffiness of it and the crispy crust. I mean the crispy skin on it. I appreciate you watching the video, and be sure and check out my channel. I have more videos on there, and I have the second part coming up, and y'all take care.